So next time you're looking for things to do in Tallahassee, remember there's a whole world of adventure right here with over 90 different parks to choose from. FAMU students have been complaining for years that there's just not enough parking on campus. But Dr. Hudson, Vice President of Student Affairs here at FAMU, says their studies find there's more than enough parking on campus. When using scooters, Tallahassee PD advised riders to stay on the sidewalk to avoid any collisions. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, over 82% of Americans have been filling up their car less than twice a month. That's a dramatic decrease since the pandemic first began, where drivers were filling up their car at least twice a week. If you're looking for a way to make friends and stay active, FAMU Running Club might be the place for you. When using ATMs in public spaces, credit card companies suggest checking for any glue residue, wobbly card slots, or any fake keypads to avoid ATM skimmers. This ATM appears to be working just fine. Hey friends, happy homecoming! We're on day 3 of Celebration Week. If you missed last night's events, no worries, let's jump in. The homecoming fashion show took place last night, where FAMU modeling troops served us their passion for fashion. The models displayed earthy and fall fashion inspirations while giving us a catwalk show to remember.
Our Jasmine Dyer explores how fact-checking impacts local voters.
That's right, ladies. I spoke with a local fact checker here in Tallahassee, and she shared with me how she and her team go about ensuring that voters know the truth regarding this election. Let's take a look. In an election season where political information is quickly available at our fingertips, misinformation is just as prominent. From social media posts to political debates.
People start leaving his rallies early.
She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies.
Fact checkers are working consistently to ensure voters know the truth. Experts like Lynn Hatter, news director at WFSU Public Media, are working to help voters separate fact from fiction.
I don't think, in this day and age that you can actually get ahead, because the number of bots by themselves versus one reporter, you'll never be able to do it. But what you cannot do is identify trends.
A Harvard study found that headlines from journalists are more trusted than algorithms or social media influencers, but false claims still often garner attention, making it hard for users to identify fact from fiction. Hatter says her team uses various tools, including fact-checking website PolitiFact, to verify information, but she says technologies like AI make misinformation more sophisticated.
I am skeptical of everything. I am running things through Google reverse image searches. I am trying to figure out where does it originate.
A recent Pew Research Center study found that 73% of Americans say they see inaccurate election coverage, and nearly 64% believe social media is bad for democracy. For young voters like Bashir Ba, a student at Florida State University, fact-checking has become an essential part of his media consumption.
Especially in this age where we get a lot of information from the internet, and a lot of people can be unreliable.
To avoid circulation of fake news ads, media companies such as Google and Meta have placed bans on any new political ads since late October that end the day after election to give fact reporters time to review the information. Comedian and national radio host Ricky Smiley made a special visit to Florida A&M School of Journalism and Graphic Communication on Tuesday. Smiley shared his journey. Let's take a listen.
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you for your Ricky Smiley, who is currently on tour promoting his latest book, Sideshow, Living with Loss and Moving Forward with Faith, gave Rattlers the chance to interview him about his journey as an on-air talent and the healing process following the loss of his oldest son, Brandon, to a long battle of painkiller addiction.
I'll be waiting on you, so it's a great book to read, and I hope it do leave a legacy and change the mindset and get people to go to therapy and get help.
Smiley answered student questions and shared words of encouragement, hoping to see those students reach their full potential.
The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is only the extra. No, not tomorrow, sir. Tonight.
He later hosted a book signing at Barnes & Noble on North Monroe, where attendees were free to ask questions and express their personal grief process after losing loved ones. Smiley says he hopes to motivate young readers on the importance of prayer and therapy.
Right when you think you got it bad, somebody else got it worse. So that's what I talk about in the book, the glimmers, the little beams of light shining through the dark clouds. Things to be thankful for during a dark era.
Elisa Madison, who attended Smiley's book signing, shares some lessons she took from his book.
His story is helping me. My story may help someone else.
Ricky Smiley's next stop on his book tour will be in Orlando tomorrow, before making his way to Jacksonville on Friday. J.D. Power reports that 80% of Americans use debit cards or tap methods for transactions, prompting many businesses to go card only, challenging those without banking services or digital wallets. Sobji Zayed, a Tallahassee gas station owner, says that most card users at his locations are college students.
Almost 90% of the business is a credit card here, because we work in most like 95% by the students.
The Federal Reserve ranks Florida third most likely to go cashless, with cash making up just 18% of payments in 2022. This could exclude cash users from everyday transactions, especially in food and retail services. Aragon Conway, co-owner of Conquer & Conway Restaurant, says cash is more reliable.
The storm just passed by. Internet and everything else shut down, and then you screwed. You can't, if that's all you taking, then your business is not gonna, is not gonna progress because people like to spend cash.
The Florida legislature is introducing Senate Bill 106 to ensure all consumers can participate in the economy. This bill requires businesses, including food trucks, to accept payments without charging a fee. Senate Bill 106 also mandates that businesses refusing to accept cash must provide an alternative, like a card-to-cash kiosk or an ATM. Violators can face a civil penalty of up to $2,500 for the first offense. The act will take effect July 1st, 2024. In Tallahassee, Jasmine Dyer, News 20.